Hey! We're gonna be ranking controllers. Pretty cool, right? Welcome, beautiful people, to my channel. I'm sorry if that creeped me out. But today we're gonna be doing ranking. I have opinions. You have opinions. Sadly, my opinions is gonna matter today. Okay, I'm joking. Awesome sauce. And we're gonna do this. Why is he doing that? Pretty cool, right? This is amazing. Nos. Rather play with my TV remote. Biggest mistake of all time. Never tried it. Not gonna lie. We have our list. Not the most beautiful, but it is something. Okay, I think it's time for officially start ranking stuff. Okay. What is the first controller? Nintendo Switch. I'm gonna be fully honest. They feel like a toy that I know Nintendo's trying. Maybe it was like a prototype. Maybe Nintendo was trying to appeal to kids, but also like not too serious gamer. Me personally, I kind of don't mind it. I like how small it is. I like the clickness of it. It was very small for people. Me personally, I pressed buttons by accident, but overall for its functions and all that, I actually didn't mind it. I don't think it's awesome. I think it's pretty cool. Like, I don't mind. I really don't mind a bit, but with all the functions it has, I actually really don't mind. It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. The Xbox 360 controller. I can't get nostalgia get ahead of me. I mean, bring Call of Duty, Minecraft, Assassin's Creed. Was it pretty good controller? Me personally, how I remember wrapping it around my hand where the battery was. I can kind of sight my fingers there, kind of. Me personally, it has a weird design. I'm also talking about designs in this. The design was pretty weird. I wasn't the biggest fan of the design, but I like the controller. You know what? This has to go like, it's good, right? But it's not comfortable. I like the function. At least I like the function. It was good, especially. It was good. Okay, yeah, Xbox One. I used it once. I'm gonna be fully honest with you, and I really liked how it wrapped around, but I think the buttons were too far. Cool design. I liked it. Is it the best? No, but it is a NOS. No, a NOS. You know what? No, never mind. Hold on. I'm sorry. It has to be done. It has to be done. I don't know what to say. It has to be done. Like, come on. The Xbox controller. Come on. I'm not talking about the console. Like, the Xbox just felt amazing. The Switch controller was nice. I understand why I have to be like the way I didn't mind it like that. This one, I wasn't the biggest fan. I used it once. So, I'm gonna put it there. SNES. This controller has history. You know, I define most of the controller nowadays. I've used it. I still have it. I think that was the most comfortable. But I like the way it round up your edges. I'm not talking about nostalgia, but it did have a really big impact. I wasn't really big fan of this controller though. I'm gonna say no. I know I respect it had a big impact, but in reality, the buttons weren't the best. The shoulder buttons wasn't like wow. I mean, they were kind of satisfying, but in reality, it was nice to hold. But kind of like if you play for a long time, me personally, my arms, not my arms. What? My hands didn't felt really comfortable playing it for a long time. Okay, next up, PlayStation 4 controller. Now this is gonna be controversial. I actually when I first tried the PlayStation 4 controller, obviously it felt like the future. But me personally, my hands were not the greatest back then, and it felt difficult trying to reach for the controllers. But nowadays, when I have it and it's in the basket, I really don't use a PlayStation 4 anymore. You know, I streamed in PlayStation 4 at some point. Those Twitch fans, if you're still even here, I mean, I haven't even uploaded in a whole century. Anyway, I think it was very uncomfortable. The plasticky feel and the little things where you move around your camera and stuff felt very cheap. Just everything felt very, very cheap. But like, you know, it just felt cheap plastic, and the gameplay, like, it wasn't the best. The triggers, I gotta admit, were pretty good, but in reality, it was just overall it was a mid controller. That's why I got like a Pro one. It was better, more comfortable. But this one, I don't like it. And wait, do you see those little things, little buttons in the left? Yeah, those were uncomfortable. So I don't think it was the best. But me personally, okay, I don't rather that. It's just, it's just noise. It's not even that great. It's pretty mid. Okay, now the next one. You say, I remember that's it. I have the controller like right now. I think, okay, it's an old controller. I love the movement thing. This thing, can we zoom into that? Like, okay, how do I say? This felt amazing. Best things. Like, I love it. The buttons though, in the other hand, these big ones felt good, but the top ones felt uncomfortable. And I think it had buttons up here were also satisfying. I don't think it was the greatest, but it was good. But I'm gonna be fully honest, I'd rather playing a remote controller. It's not the best. The way it formed around my hand, not the best. Now this one, and second thought, the buttons were nice. The same thing with here, the D-pad or whatever, I don't know what I call it. And it was huge, and the shoulder controllers, whatever, those buttons at the top felt amazing. This controller was way better than this one, but this one was obviously way useful in fighting games like Street Fighter and other things. Okay, like for real, the reason why this is a weird thing. If we compare to both Genesis controller, me personally, I know one has a lot of function, but in reality didn't felt as good. You know what? Oh crap, never mind. This felt good, but it didn't have as much function as this. This had some function, but wasn't as good. This is weird. Just trust me. I'm a good tier list guy. Trust me. Alright, next up is the Wii U gamepad. Now, I like the functions, you know, the camera. You know, I make my own my own Wii. Me personally, I thought it was the early development of the Nintendo Switch. That it is. We're judging it by controller though. Me personally, it was a chunky board with a small screen. I loved how it fit around my hands. I can play it. I really like the triggers. The motion, the buttons were nice. Overall, it was a pretty solid controller. It also came with a camera. It was pretty good. A stylus. This is basically a whole console. This is kind of unfair. I mean, come on. In reality, you know, it was actually streaming. It's like comparing the PlayStation Portable. This is kind of overpowered. I mean, it's technically, if you get a whole, I mean, it was a good controller and it was a good function. It's just bad marketing. I mean, okay, never mind. I think this is actually just pretty cool. Is it gonna be the awesome sauce? I don't think so. No, Xbox was really cooking with controllers. Now this one, I actually never used the PlayStation 2 controller. Nintendo, okay. I'ma vote this. I'ma judge it. I mean, not judge it. I'ma tier list it as with the Switch. Okay, I've tried the Switch 2. I'm just gonna say if it was here, it will be in the awesome sauce. The Switch 1, I have one. It feels really good. Premium, has a leather finish. I love it. It's just the top is very glassy, so you can see I've been trying to connect my cable to charge it. But overall, it's a very premium feeling controller. I love the motioniness of the controller. I love the thumbstick. Overall, a pretty nice controller. When I say awesome sauce, it was really solid, really good. I think it's awesome sauce. Wow, if you're gonna have you were gonna have a party with that. Wow. Okay, PlayStation 1 controller. Me personally, it was like the SNES controller, but it actually had a handle and it had a very nice pad. It's just a lot of plastic for a very light controller, kind of. Was it better? Yeah. It wasn't that big of a difference. The D-pad I didn't like this. I don't like that for some reason. It's just, it feels weird not having something in the middle compared to like this and Xbox. Me personally, it's not the best, but it's something. So I'm gonna say I'm not gonna lie, we'll just put it in a higher tier list of noise. PlayStation 3, I remember seeing the Boomerang one, but I never used it. PlayStation 3, it's basically the same as the PlayStation 4, but I actually liked it. It felt way better. It was not as premium as PlayStation 4, but it felt really good. But I really don't think it's that big of a thing. I'm gonna put it in pretty cool, right? Next up, GameCube controller. Now, Instant Classic. We're talking about the first one, so it didn't have that second button. I really don't know what to call the buttons. This left purple button. If you know a GameCube controller, you will know. Me personally, it's amazing controller. The button, the way the button is like different. It was actually really good for Smash Bros. I understand why people loved it for Smash Bros. But for rest of the games, it wasn't the best. I loved the buttons, yes. But how do I say this? The yellow stick at the right always remind me of mac and cheese. Don't ask me why. And the D-pad was small, but this was pretty weird. I didn't like the small end. Overall, it's just a basic controller. I like it, but I won't play for any games like Call of Duty, Fortnite, like shooting games. I will play for fighting games, but me personally, for fighting games, I would prefer like a Genesis really overall a pretty nice controller. Not the best. It's just a nice controller. Just noise. Next up, the classic NES. Now, classic, I've used it. I straight up have one. Me personally, it's not the most comfortable controller. It's square, but it's the most basic controller. It's the one of the controllers that actually looks beautiful. Looks like, I like the design. It's classic, very, level 1 controller. Not that bad. I don't mind it, but I just really don't mind it. It's a normal controller. Just don't ask. Just don't. It just hurts. It's a corner controller, not the best to hold, but anybody would rather use a remote controller. I mean, it has more buttons, more everything, a more comfortable way to hold it. Okay, GameCube controller. Now, not the best looking controller. It didn't inspire, that little stick thing that every controller has. Not the best controller, but it's not the worst. I don't mind it. It's just that compared to these controllers, it's not the best, but it was a fun controller, funky controller. It was a very nice controller. That's the only thing I can say. I liked it. Nothing a lot to say about it. I like the multiple ways you can play it. Oh Lord. Never used it, but I know every function. I know it okay, never mind. I just didn't use it. Oh, now the Wii! The Wii, okay. Okay, so the Wii controller, this is including the nunchuck. Okay, me personally, it is technically a TV remote, kind of. But I liked how you can use it with one hand, wonderful, and the nunchuck felt very comfortable. It felt like a GameCube, but I don't know why it felt like with more sensitivity. Now the buttons that the nunchuck had was very uncomfortable to press. I'm just gonna give it that. And also, with the Wii controller, I'm gonna say this. With Wii Remote Plus, it was good, but I had the original one, and that extension felt weird, and it would disconnect randomly. Now, overall, Wii Remote Plus. Let's stick to Wii Remote Plus. Comfortable controller, but when you turn it sideways, it was. And also sometimes when I point at the screen, my input won't count. But and sometimes when I'm pointing at it, the little hand is down here. When I'm pointing up here, but that's not the biggest problem. It's still a good controller. One of the bad things is that hardware, it was very strong. Like I can throw it. I've thrown it, thrown like baseball, and it works. But its weakness is not being touched for for 2 days, and then it turns off and never turns back on. Just that. Like my controllers, that happened to it, and and it was really that happened to my controller. But the Wii we were at the era where the Wii U happened. Nobody was barely buying that Wii controller, so it was expensive because it was rare, and I bought third parties, not the greatest. I did have the Luigi limited edition controller. It was pretty good. Now, overall, with functions, it's amazing. It has this little mini speaker, just amazing overall. I'm gonna say it's pretty cool. Not awesome sauce. I mean, you can't touch that sauce. Okay, now since it's technically the same, but battery. I don't know. Yeah. Huh? Isn't that the Xbox One controller? You go all the way over there. There's the Xbox One controller. Oh wait, I was calling this Xbox. No, okay, this is Xbox One, branding. I'm gonna be fully honest. I had this one, and compared to the Xbox Series S, like the new gen. Me personally, I'm gonna say this. This one is good, yeah, but the other one is way better. Now this one, I like overall. I like the design and everything, but that little, the D-pad, whatever, isn't as good compared to the Xbox Series X or S. It's good, right? But it's not. This is not the best. So I'm gonna just put it like pretty cool, right? So anyway, this is my thing. This is my ranking. Nothing is like the biggest mistake of all time because I feel like that's a little bit too much. At the same time, no controller is the biggest mistake of all time, I think. But this is my ranking. Awesome sauce. Obviously, it's gonna be those premium controllers that you just turn on the console, lay back, and do that. These ones are pretty cool, right? Like they're cool. Not the best, but not the worst. The nicest. They're like cool. I really don't mind you. You're awesome. Replica controller doesn't mean I don't like it. Just means that okay, you're cool, but I'd rather play with another controller or just a TV controller. And I never tried it. Not gonna lie, I haven't tried it. That's it. But this, I mean, I won't mind trying the Genesis. This one I know it's gonna be, I don't know, average. But anyway, this is my ranking. Thank you for tuning in. I like this. I'm gonna do it again. And tell me if your own opinion. What would you place some, like, for example, help me with this. I don't get it. But where would you place some? Like, for example, where would you place the Nintendo Switch controller? Where would you place the NES controller? I wonder if there's okay. Wait. No. I wonder if I can see communities post. Okay, we got some ranking S and A. Yeah, this person just loves every controller. I'm gonna be fully honest, all controllers are good. I just really don't mind it. These are all good controllers. I really don't mind it. Okay, okay, this is weird because he has, okay, what? Okay, he has the PlayStation 1 controller up there, but he has a Nintendo Switch, the Wii U, and the Wii. This is pretty weird. And he has the Nintendo Switch Pro down there. He has the GameCube up there. Okay, I would say he's a classic gamer, not gonna lie. Understandable. Why is the Switch Pro all the way down there? And this technically is same controller. Okay, what is going on over here? My guy does not like Genesis. Pretty good tier. Yeah, I'm expecting all this Xbox controller I rated really high up to be up there. Wait, it's missing over here. Oh wait, no, it's here. Okay, wait. It just doesn't like the original Xbox controller. I really don't mind it. Understandable. Hold up. Understandable. Why are you picking this up purely in functionality and everything? If you're picking this over this, it's basically extra plastic. Okay, sure. I really don't mind this. I like people's opinion. I like it. This guy has a specific section with PS. Waving, is that supposed to mean? Oh. Okay, so I forgot to record the ending, whatever, but this is the only thing I'm gonna say. Thank you for watching. If you did watch all the way over here, I just wanna thank you very much, and I hope you enjoyed this video. Yeah, I hope you can tell me your own, how do I say this, your own ranking of controllers. I'm gonna do this again, guarantee. I'm not gonna lie, I like that. But anyway, may you have a wonderful day, a wonderful night. May God bless you and have a beautiful day. And like me, good night. Now enjoy this really cool outro.